Thank you very much, Chair, and I want to again thank Deputy O'Gorman for bringing this matter to the Dáil, and I think acknowledge, as Deputy Nash did, the range of contributions across the House from different perspectives, but all valuable and all pointing to the importance, the significance, and the worthwhile nature of the proposal that's before us today. And of course, from across the Oireachtas, we all come from very different political backgrounds with our own views, but I do think by and large everybody in this House has a common belief in leaving the country better off for future generations. And in debating, in developing policy, in implementing policy, in how we approach our work as legislators, this really has to be a central consideration. And as Minister for Children and as Minister for Youth, this is something that I'm always very conscious of, and this is why I'm proud Ireland is a world leader in enabling youth participation, in involving young people in policy making, as I described earlier on. Some of the discussion about this spoke about in the chamber today spoke about the short-term nature of the electoral cycle here in Ireland and how decisions are too often framed around the 4 or 5 years of a programme for government. And there was also, I suppose, a criticism that an office, a role like this shouldn't be necessary. And is it a failure of politics that we work in a cycle? It potentially is. It's certainly a symptom of politics, and I think it's been a symptom of politics as long as people have been coming together and voting and deciding for a leader. But that symptom, with all its challenges, it can be mitigated against, and that's why we put in other institutions within our democratic structure. This is the preeminent democratic structure, but we put in place other institutions, and we've put in place a range of ombudsman's office, the ombudsman itself, the children's ombudsman, which provides really important advice to me as minister, and puts real pressure on me and my department as well to think of the things that sometimes the political cycle don't pick up as quickly as they should. We've a Garda ombudsman, we've a financial services ombudsman, so we see the value of a role that is outside of the political cycle, but which has a capacity to influence, to highlight, to draw attention to key issues. And that's why I particularly like the approach that Deputy O'Gorman has taken today, in terms of he's not being absolutely prescriptive in terms of what this office should look like. He's creating a commission. He's got a vision in mind around an ombudsman, but he's not creating the ombudsman today. He's creating a group that will look to see, well, what is the best structure? Is it an ombudsman? Maybe it'll be something else. Maybe it'll involve an Oireachtas committee. Maybe it won't. So it's open-ended in terms of the final result, but it is absolutely recognising that the cyclical nature of politics here and elsewhere and everywhere doesn't allow enough for that long-term thinking, that to take the needs, the importance of future people into account. It doesn't happen enough. We try, and all of us can argue and cite examples where we did it really well and we're really proud of. And many of us have achieved some element of future thinking, but it's to do that in a coordinated way across all decisions. That's where the real challenge is, because there are areas where it's easy or it's doable to look to the future, but there are areas where politically making those long-term decisions is so hard, and that's why having an office drawing our attention as a polity to the need to do that, I think, is hugely valuable. And I think this proposal has real merit, and as I said in my earlier contribution, I really look forward to working with Deputy O'Gorman as we bring this bill through the legislative process. Thank you, Chair.